Hey everyone, today I'm going to show you guys how I achieve the look on the Leopard Patina. I am starting off with a fully prepped tumbler. I've already got glittered and spray paint and a few layers of epoxy on there just to get it smooth. I do have my leopard print pattern that I did find off of Etsy. I've already printed it on the white water slide paper. I did go ahead and seal it as well, and it sat for like maybe 30 or 40 minutes just to dry, just to make sure that none of the ink drips off when I dip it in the water. So I'm going to go ahead and cut these out. So here I've got my bucket of some room temperature water. I did put a few of my water slides in there, and I am using my tumbler caddy just to help me get my tumbler straight. You only need to put your water slides in there for not even a minute, just until it starts to peel off the backing. Then that's when you know that it's ready. And then I kind of just randomly placed the colorful leopard prints on the back of the tumbler. I'm using this little squeegee to kind of help position it and to get any of the excess water out. And I realized I needed to probably position my camera a little bit better, so went ahead and did that. So now you can kind of get a better visual of what I'm doing. I did start with my pattern going horizontally, but as I was doing it, I was like, wait, this doesn't really look right. So I ended up turning them all to have the image go more vertical. So now I'm going to work with the larger leopard print image. I first go ahead and measure it out just to make sure that it's going to fit properly. And then I dipped it in the water just until some of the backing started to peel off. That's when I knew that it was ready. And then I placed one side on it first, and the rest of it just kind of slides off and rolls onto the rest of the tumbler. Now I did have a few of the edges kind of curl up on me, but that's okay. That's what I use the squeegee for, and just kind of get a little bit more water on it to help smooth out those edges. So just to tell you guys a little bit about the tumbler, because apparently I forgot to record that part. The tumbler that I'm using is a 30-ounce skinny from Maker Flow Crafts. What I did is I prepped my cup by sanding it, washed it, then I spray painted it a raspberry peach color from Rustoleum. And then I do have on the rim a spurts of like a lilac purple color. The glitter that I'm using on here is a cheat glitter, so it's an iridescent fine glitter that also came from Maker Flow Crafts as part of one of their glitter packs. And then I did use my CC DIY epoxy, and I epoxied over it until it's smooth. So now I have my water slides on the front and back, and I'm gonna go ahead and add one more water slide on the bottom of the tumbler. So here you'll see me dab with the paper towel just to capture any extra moisture that may be on the water slides. After this, I do seal it with clear sealer, and then I do apply one layer of resin over it just to seal all my images on there. So what you see here is the water slides that does have epoxy over them before I get to this next step. So you want to be sure that you do seal it not only with the clear seal spray, and then seal it with a layer of epoxy before you apply your patina paints. So these patina paints I got from a pack off of Amazon. They do come in a pack of 3. So what I have is a combination of 2 different color packs that I got. So I'm using the lilac purple, the burgundy, a teal or light blue, and then I also have some gold. I was originally going to use a dark blue as well, but I realized that my dark blue was all hard. I don't know if I left the cap off or what. I did try to experiment with the dark blue acrylic paint, but I realized it was just too many colors, so I ended up not even using the dark blue on here at all. So what I'm doing is with the chip brush, I am applying the patina paints around my water slide decals first. I initially was going in more of like a circular motion, but as I kept doing it, I just changed the I guess the texture of my brush strokes to go more vertical and not horizontal at all. So you'll see me look at it and eventually change the pattern of how I'm applying my brush strokes. It just looked a lot better with the brush strokes going vertically instead of them going like in a circular motion around it, where they're kind of like some vertical and some horizontal, if that makes sense. But you'll see what I'm talking about in just a second. Here I'm starting to just kind of use my finger to kind of blend some of the colors a little bit. Patina paints do have like this chalky texture, so it's okay to, you know, use your fingers instead of using the brush. I find that it helps with that distressed look, so I do kind of bounce between using my finger and applying it with the brush. I do use the paper towel just to kind of brush off or wipe off any excess paints, some that may have gotten a little chalky or clumped up in some areas, which is totally fine. This paint does dry fairly quickly, so don't be scared to wipe anything excess off with the paper towel, because you're not going to damage it in any way. So this step here, I'm kind of just adding some final touches on here. I'm using the gold patina paint just to kind of add a little accents, give it a little more definition, add that extra layered, defined look over the water slides, so it truly looks like it's underneath and kind of like poking through the patina paints. I found this technique to be a little bit easier than doing your traditional peekaboo, where you actually spray paint over it and wipe it off with acetone. I felt like doing it this way I had just a little bit more control, but the other way works fine too. This is just the method that I chose to do. To clean up some of my spots. I had a few spots where I put a little bit too much of the patina paint on there, and I still wanted some of the glitter to show through in some spots, so I went ahead and just cleaned that up. And so here we are so far after all of my patina paints have been added. You can add or remove whatever you want at this step. I'm just kind of looking to make sure that I'm overall happy with it, and then it'll be ready for its first coat of epoxy. This tutorial was helpful. If you like what you saw, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.